This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. My guest today is Louis Molina. Louis is the co-founder of Superalgos, a project that works towards empowering a decentralized trading community, kind of a bit like what happened with WallStreetBets, but the difference is they want to be able to mobilize these traders within just a couple of minutes as opposed to days or weeks. Welcome to the show, Louis.
Thank you so much, Andy, for having me here.
Hey, it is a pleasure. So, Louis, I think let's just start at the beginning. From what I can see at a high level, the way I would describe Superalgos is it allows algorithmic traders to design, test, build, and deploy strategies using your trading bots platform, and I think it's the #1 trading bot platform on GitHub. So, that's kind of what it is at a high level. But as we go deeper into the show, I know you guys think about it in kind of a much more deeper way. But so before we understand your vision, I'd love it if first you could perhaps introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your background and how you got interested in trading bots and the lead up to the founding of Superalgos.
Okay, perfect. I am a software developer, and at Superalgos, I'm the lead developer, actually. And I started my career like 25 or 30 years ago doing banking systems. Then I became an entrepreneur and started doing several different projects. I got into crypto 2013, quite early from now. This is my second crypto project. Superalgos started almost 5 years ago. Okay. And it started because a friend that I have, a professional trader, asked me if I could automate his trading ideas. As a developer, probably having a trading bot is the dream fantasy of almost every developer, I believe, because every developer believes that's easy and they can do it in their free time, and then they realize that there is a lot of complexity in it. So my friend asked me to automate some trading strategies for him, and I started alone. And soon I realized that it is not worth the idea to automate only one strategy because, markets change over time. So it's better to have like a framework where you can test different ideas. When that started happening and I decided to open source the code, then people start joining in, and we end up with a platform that is today Superalgos, that fundamentally is a platform for designing strategies, implementing trading idea, for data mining. It allows you to download data from any crypto exchange and to process it in whatever way you want. It's quite free and open. So that's how it was born, essentially.
Yeah, very nice. And so I'm just reading here, Louis, it says that the Superalgos platform integrates all of the crucial aspects of crypto trading automation into a visual scripting environment accessible to technically minded users and optimized for developers. Leading design principles, you say, are maximum power and flexibility. And as you mentioned, Louis, the software is free and open source. So that's cool. So, who is this? Who is the target audience, if you like? Then, do you need to be? I suppose it's obviously for traders, but do you need to be have a little bit of technical programming skill to use your platform?
Well, at the current stage of development, it can be used by both developers and non-developers, which is a very big deal because most of the crypto projects or the bots out there for you to use are mostly for developers. I mean, the ones that are open source. You have the industry is divided of trading algorithm in what is closed source and centralized websites where you can go and rent a bot or do something like this. or you have a lot of trading bots like are open source. But most of them, if not all, are for developers. And in our case, we have developed a visual scripting tool. You know, this kind of visual scripting tool, like the one you can find in the Unreal Engine, the engine for building games.
Yes.
That you connect boxes. Well, we have a similar one built in house. So that means that you don't need to be a developer to create your strategies here. And
Is that another way of
that's
saying, Louis, some people describe that as like a, excuse me if this is a clumsy way of saying it, but like a drag and drop strategy builder.
exactly, but that doesn't make it less powerful. In fact, that allows you to do more powerful stuff.
Sure.
It looks like the main intention is only for non-developers to use the software, but in fact, it's a way to managing complexity. Here you have a lot of complexity, and people don't realize that when they go and find a trading bot that is simple, it's probably not going to work, because an idea that has already been used by many in a simple way is already not working in trading. Okay, so you need to be able to manage complexity, and a visual scripting tool allows you to do a lot of things, also not doing it, not being a developer, but also to manage a lot of elements so that you can create complex idea, you can test them, and then you can deploy them.
Yeah, very nice, Louis. That makes sense. And look, I want to talk about what happened with Wall Street's bets from your perspective, and how what you guys are building at Superalgos kind of tries to take that concept to the next level. But before we do that, Louis, I think it would be good also just to understand a little bit more about the advantages of using a trading bot, because I don't think I'm struggling to remember if I've even done a crypto conversation episode with a trading bot provider or platform. We might have done one in the early days, and I know on Brave New Coin we've got a big feature on trading bot strategies, which is always gets a lot of traffic. So I know there's a lot of interest in the broader ecosystem of crypto traders. There's always interest in how crypto bots work, you know, what the different strategies are, how effective they are. But I know it's a huge rabbit hole in itself. So, you know, how do you approach this subject, and what do you see as the advantages for a crypto trader of using a trading bot, and who should use them and who shouldn't?
Well, it's a trading bot, or the trading bot platform, is a technology in the end. There are several metaphors that I can talk about. For example, the metaphor of the sea, and you know, the whales, the whale that is big actors in the markets, right?
Yes.
And you also might compare it to a war, okay, where you enter a market. It's a war zone where you want to, when you have to kill or die, right? So if you're a trader trading manually, and I'm talking about retail traders, probably, uh, regardless of your level of knowledge, okay? If you're trading manually, it's like you are a very small fish in the sea, okay? And you know, at the sea, bigger fish eat smaller fish, right? Or it's
Yes.
like if you go to war alone with only a knife that you created yourself. So you will at war, you will meet a lot of people with machine guns, with artillery, with you will meet much more gunpowder. Okay, so that's what technology gives you. With bot, it makes you smarter, make you faster, make you stronger. Okay, because you are adding weapons to your current capacity. Okay, so trading alone in the market today is like being the smallest fish in the sea, or going to war alone with your knife. It's the same thing, because people there will be people that are um, not only using bots, but are you a retail trader should think like this: am I a mathematician? No. Am I a professional developer? No. A professional trader? No. A data scientist? No. Am I a machine learning expert? No. But I will meet all these guys inside the market, and I will have to fight with them. Okay, so you better be prepared, because these are very clever people, and some of these people are working in teams. So how are you going to compete with them? Okay, it's really crazy to think that you're going to go and trade in the market alone just because you woke up with an idea and you say, okay, now I have to sell. That's totally kind of ridiculous. Okay, so that is what a trading bot gives you and what our platform gives you. It gives you tools to make you smarter, faster, stronger. And the more you learn and the more you apply them, you become even more and more efficient and more powerful, so to speak.
Yeah, again, nicely said. Fantastic analogies there, Louis. And I suppose, the one other side of that also is, of course, that, you know, to one extent, a trader's worst enemy is their own self, right? Or the emotional side of trading is what traders always try to reduce or take out of the equation. And trading bots are very very effective at removing the human psychology out of the game as well, right?
Yeah, a bot doesn't have emotions and it can work 24/7 for you. Okay, while you have to sleep and eat and maybe have a day job. Okay,
That's
so it
right.
has a lot of advantage. Yeah.
Well, let's. So I said we'd talk about WallStreetBets, and so look from your perspective, Louis. Tell us a little bit about the context of what you guys mean when you want to mobilize a decentralized global community of traders, relatable to what happened with WallStreetBets.
Okay, the way we get there is by realizing what I was telling you before. I could be a good software developer, okay? But I haven't read 100 books about trading, or I'm not a mathematician, I'm not a machine learning expert, I'm not a data scientist. So I realized during while I was building this platform that I myself have a problem that I cannot find a solution in the market. That is how can I team up with other people, okay, in the same way that a bank, for example, can hire a mathematician, a professional trader, a machine learner, and a bank put them to work as a team, right? So my question was, how do we make a team between random people over the internet so that we can trade together in a trustless way, meaning that I don't have to give my exchange key to any of them, but I can be the developer of the team, and somebody else can be the professional trader, and somebody else can be the data scientist, and somebody else can be the machine learning expert or the system administrator that handles the servers. Okay, how can we do that? Is it possible? Well, we worked the last year to make that possible. And from this year, we are starting the first trading groups that where people can join together and join forces and do what they are specialized. Okay, I'm a software developer, but not a professional trader. Okay, so this is what is starting just now during January, let's say. But then once you have these groups of people that are trading together, we also build for the same project, for Superalgos, we built a decentralized peer-to-peer network, similar to Bitcoin or Ethereum, but instead of processing transactions, okay, or smart contract in the case of Ethereum, this peer-to-peer network, what it holds is a social graph, okay? A social graph is what Facebook has inside their databases or Twitter has, which connect people who are following each other, right? So essentially, we build the backbone for a decentralized social network, let's say. That's the Superalgos network. So we said, what if we, on top of the idea of allowing people to team up together and trade and create a common strategy for them and trade without counterparty risk, okay, without sharing their own personal access to the exchanges. On top of that, why don't we allow anybody to follow them, okay? For example, to be much more concrete even. In January, there are two groups that are forming between people that use the software, okay? One of these groups have already 10 people with exactly these roles that I'm telling you, 3 software developers, one data scientist, one professional trader, system administrators, people dedicated to backtest. So they are going to be trading together, but they are going to be producing trading signals that they are going to put them into this peer-to-peer network so that anybody can follow what they are doing. But this is not following in the sense of Twitter, that people follow Elon Musk, and when Elon Musk tweets about Dogecoin, then you wake up 7 hours after because you're on the other side of the world, and then you go and buy whatever Elon Musk was promoting, okay? We are talking about a peer-to-peer network where you might have an application similar to Twitter, but in that application, you will have a trading bot that if that trading bot follows somebody else, then it will take the signals from the network and execute the trades, okay? So that means that potentially these groups that are of 10 people, maybe 20 or 30 experts, okay, they can produce very good quality signals, and any number of people can follow them, okay, and following them means executing their trades autonomously without psychology, like you were saying, and in a matter of a minute or maybe 2 minutes, okay? So if you project what we are doing today in 1 year or 2 years, we might get into a future where WallStreetBets, that was once in a lifetime event, okay? Remember what happened in WallStreetBet was that 3 million people coordinated themselves over a Reddit forum, okay? They decided to buy the same stock, GameStop, using Robinhood app, okay? And it took like 2 or 3 weeks for them to execute the trade because of the inefficiency of being coordinated via a forum, right? Okay, and on top of that, once they were executing, somebody called Robinhood and shut it down for that trade so that they cannot continue because we know that was affecting some big hedge fund, okay? So that is what happened once in our lifetime for the first time last year. Imagine that Superalgos evolves and these small armies of traders grow and they get a follower base also in the millions, maybe in a year, 2 years, okay? Then you will start seeing a coordination, but at the next level of efficiency where you replace Reddit by a automated software, okay? The peer-to-peer network and the bots, and you replace Robinhood by a peer-to-peer network that nobody can stop. Then if 3 million people decides to follow one of these trading groups and buy or sell whenever they buy and sell, whatever they buy and sell, okay, then we might be seeing WallStreetBet happening not once in a lifetime, but maybe once a month, or maybe once a week, or maybe once a day, or once every hour, or every minute, okay? At the same scale. So imagine that future, and you see a future where trading itself changes, okay? If this 3 million, you scale it to 30 million, it's like we change the way trading works, okay? So that's what we are seeing, where the direction of the development currently is taking us.
Wow. So yeah, that's a very ambitious vision, Aloy. Sounds very exciting. So to get there, so essentially what you're talking about, the first step is copy trading strategies, and that is functional. It's available now. So one part of the Superalgos platform is as you've described them, the small groups of traders with different skill sets coming together as small teams, and then individual traders or other groups can follow the strategies of those traders right now. And I understand that so the next step is the peer-to-peer network, and then there's also a token, I believe, in the pipeline. Is that correct, Louis?
Well, yeah, the token is already here. The token is the way we organize our collaboration.
Right.
One way to describe Superalgos is a token incentivized open source project. That
Yes.
means that we receive and merge pull requests from anybody willing to contribute, but for each pull request, you will receive tokens. It's not a mapping exactly like this, but just in a nutshell. Okay, there is a governance system that is very advanced, by the way, where the community of token holders votes for how much token to give for each contribution. But essentially, we are a project that incentivizes contributing. So it's like a entity in cyberspace that improve itself. Okay, so and the reason for this is because our core technology is not a coin that needs to incentivize security like Bitcoin, okay? Or we don't need to incentivize the processing of smart contract like Ethereum. So we allow the community to 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 send the tokens, the incentives, or to incentivize whatever is needed. In the first phase of the project has been mostly coding, okay? Because this is a very, it's a quite complex system and there is a lot of need of developers, okay? But in the future, we are also going to be incentivizing this, providing these signals. So when we are saying that these groups are going to provide signals to the network, the reason they're going to do it is because they are going to get tokens for that, okay? Because there's a built-in incentive for doing that. And because they are getting the tokens, that means that the signals themselves might be free, okay? Free of charge. So it is totally feasible from our point of view to think that in the near future, once we have these mobile applications built, people will be able to follow experts, algorithmic trading groups of experts, and receive the signals for free, okay? And execute from their phone or from their PC or from a server that they might set up on the internet.
Got it. So, how does this all start to fall into place then, Louis? So, I suppose, what kind of user metrics are you seeing and what's next on the roadmap in terms of building out this capacity and trying to bring new users into the system?
Good question. Well, the software doesn't track usage. We are kind of philosophically aligned to privacy as the first thing. So we are not collecting usage data, or for obvious reason, this is a software that manage cryptocurrency. So we are very careful with that. So we don't want to collect any information. So the only thing we know is the downloads of and the traffic that we have in GitHub. Today, if you search in GitHub, that GitHub is, by the way, the number one repository site in the world, okay, where all software projects are hosting the repository. If you search for trading bots in GitHub, today we are number one, which means that developers looking for contributing on trading bot projects, they are easily finding us, and we are receiving a lot of contribution from that. And what is the situation today is that we almost have the peer-to-peer network in alpha stage. So it's going to be probably next month deployed. And we have a team working, or two teams, one working on the mobile application and the other working on a desktop application. So as to be able for the regular crypto user to benefit from the professional traders that are putting the signals into the network. So everything is coming fairly soon, I would say, but obviously first in beta stage and then more production ready.
Very nice, Louis. Well, just before we go to the break, give a quick shout out to the website. If people are intrigued by the sound of what you guys are building and they want to get involved, where should they go?
Well, they should check our website, superalgos.org, and from there you can easily download the software directly from a link there to our repository in GitHub that is also Superalgos, this GitHub organization. And we are also on Telegram, at several groups on Telegram and giving free online support. We are a very welcoming community of professional people. People usually feel very well when they arrive to our community because there is too much noise and too much fighting in the crypto world. And we are really like people that wants to create this technology, that love what they are doing, are welcoming, educated, and yeah, that's what people mostly like. And most of the people that download the software and use it for the first time, do the first tutorials, they get surprised of how advanced the software is. And it's not because I am the one doing the software, but I'm telling you what is going on. People get surprised why the project is not so well known yet. And it's because we want to be just an open source project, like quietly growing by building a great product, okay, that people can use. So we don't have a like VC investment or doing marketing with tons of money. We are on the open source way, doing something of enough quality that people tend to use it. That's our philosophy.
Awesome, Louis. Thank you for that. So yeah, superalgos.org has all the information on how you can get involved with the Trading Intelligence Network. Well, let's go to a very quick break and then we'll come back. We'll have some fun. We'll finish off with the very famous Crypto Conversation Hot Take Round.
For crypto indices and benchmarking, Brave New Coin's powerful indexing engine can calculate high-frequency intraday and end-of-day indices for a wide range of index products. Brave New Coin's custom indices team delivers experienced consultancy, premium data, and trusted calculation. Contact BNC today to find out more.
All right, we're back and I'm with Louis Molina. He is the co-founder of Superalgos, the trading bot platform and project that is working towards building a global, immensely powerful, decentralized trading community. And well, Louis, I like to finish each podcast with a quick round of rapid fire crypto conversation hot takes. Are you up for it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Louis, just want just quick, rapid fire, quick kind of hot take style answers, just a bit of fun. First question is, where do you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-coin opportunist spectrum?
Well, I love Bitcoin. I'm not a maximalist per se, but I am 100% in Bitcoin since a long time. So.
Nice.
Yeah, but the first trading group that has been organized, by the way, are for accumulating Bitcoin. So if anybody in your audience have any expertise, being like a machine learning expert, a professional trader, developer, and want to join what we call them a trading army. Okay, if you want to join a trading army specialized in accumulating Bitcoin, then come and see us, because we are in the process of formatting these early trading
I
groups.
love it.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, what would you say, Louis, what is your firmest conviction, crypto opinion?
Regarding the crypto industry, well, I believe that Bitcoin is the single most important innovation. Bitcoin will become the reserve currency of the world, and we have a lot of first, second, and third order effects of all kind that eventually will bring humanity to a new era, probably a new era, like the Renaissance, comparable to the Renaissance of a few hundred years ago. Because I can talk a lot about that, but that's not the point in this quick question, right?
Exactly, but yeah, I love that. That's a great answer, Louis. Very bullish indeed. And I suppose, on a similar note, Bill Gates famously said that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So, whatever you like here, Bitcoin, blockchain, trading, decentralized trading teams, what does it all look like in 10 years' time?
Well, I think there is a very important concept that you mentioned. That is decentralized trading. I would say this: Bitcoin is decentralized money, okay, and Ethereum opened the space of decentralized execution with smart contracts. We are opening a new space in our thinking that is about decentralized coordination. Okay, where trading is the first use case, because I'm telling you that we are going to create this mobile app with trading bots that are going to be following other trading bots over a peer-to-peer network that cannot be turned off. Okay, so it's decentralized trading because the bots are trading bots. But what if we unplug the trading bot and plug a bot that does something else? For example, making phone calls or connecting to Twitter to like or retweet or do some sort of stuff. So we are opening the space of decentralized coordination. That is a third space comparable to the centralized money or the centralized execution. Okay, and this nobody has seen that. Nobody has even imagined this or talk about this. Imagine when you can coordinate millions of people in a censorship-resistant way. That, by the way, coordination, or the capacity of coordinating, is one of the things that distinguish humans from animals. Okay, if you put one chimpanzee to fight with one human, chimpanzee wins all the time. 5 and 5 chimpanzees win. But if you put 1,000 humans and 1,000 chimpanzees, the humans wins every time because of the capacity of human of coordinate themselves. So it's a very important property of being human, coordination. But nobody has explored, even thought about the idea of decentralized, censorship-resistant coordination. Think of all the things that can come out of that space. So I think we are pioneering that space, and that is a very interesting conversation we can have someday.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic answer, Louis, and I can tell you've read the book Sapiens, because, what's his name? Yuval Harari, something like that. Yeah, the author.
Exactly. He was given an example similar to this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember this conversation when decentralized coordination someday will become a thing, and we are pioneering that and introducing that space via decentralized trading. That is the first use case.
Brilliant. I love it. All right, we're close to done, Louis, but it's time to zoom out. Time to get weird for a second. But I can tell you're going to enjoy this one. What do you see as the long-term future for the human race? Do you see dystopia or utopia?
Well, hopefully utopia, but it will depend on how things go. I can imagine that it's going to be good, all good. I have the luck to learn about Bitcoin early on. I don't know if because of my developer mind or what, but I ran the algorithm of what would happen with Bitcoin. And in my mind, what is happening today is more or less what I could imagine. And if I continue running in the future, I can see that the future is going to be really very good.
I love it. All right. Well, finally, Louis, what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite, but there are many nowadays that are worth watching. Like this one, Altered Carbon was a good one, at least the first season.
Yes.
Yeah. But there are many popping up now recently that are worth watching.
Yeah, I think Altered Carbon is on Netflix. Yeah. Had a few people recommend that. All right. Well, hey, this has been fun, Louis. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Nothing else to say except to hand the metaphorical microphone back to your good self. Please give a final shout out for Superalgos and tell people where they should go to join the team and why.
Excellent. Thank you for having me on the show, Andy. And it's very easy. Go to our website, find the way to the GitHub repository from there, download, and do the first tutorial. With the first tutorial that is going to take you half an hour, you're going to have a broad picture of what you can do today with the tools. And that is enough for blow your mind, because you will see all of the tools that are already available to you, open source and free. So no money here for anybody, okay? If you are a trader that are trading manually, think of start automating your ideas. The tools are already there. They are open source free. Come and see us. If you are a professional trader, mathematician, data scientist, machine learning expert, also come and see us, because there are already some team groups that are working together without counterparty risk, because they are creating all this infrastructure and strategy together, but everybody is trading from their own exchange account and without giving the keys to anybody else. We already created that technology so if you are that kind of people, come and join us. Join one of these trading armies. Join the army, and and then we will make this Wall Street bet happens every hour. So,
awesome. Thank you very much, Louis. Excellently said. All the best, and bye for now.
Thank you, Andy.
All right, there you go. That was Louis from Superalgos. Superalgos trading platform. So yeah, superalgos.com if you want to investigate building a trading bot strategy or copy trading professional teams trading bot strategy. Yeah, it's a brave new world, the trading bot communities. And yeah, Superalgos looks like an interesting one. I hope they do well. Thank you very much for listening. I think that's it for today. We'll be back, in the next day or so with another new episode. But for today, this was the Crypto Conversation for Brave a New Coin. See ya.